I'm here, very excited to be with you today. I'm here to walk you through what I think is one of the hottest new social media sites out on the internet today, and that's Pinterest. Now, Pinterest has been around for the past couple of months, and I'm sure that you've seen it, especially those of you on Facebook. I'm sure you've seen it. You've seen people that are posting, using it, and you're maybe wondering what it is. Some of you may already have Pinterest accounts, but what I want to do today is I really want to walk you through what Pinterest is all about, why it's important to your social media marketing efforts, and how you can begin to get the most out of it. I can tell you right now that this will be, I think I'm going to do 3 total video, and there'll be 2 other videos that will follow this. So I'm looking forward to, like I said, really getting you all into this. So one of the first things that I want you to know is a little bit about Pinterest and what it's all about. First off, Pinterest has nearly 5 million users, and it's getting 1.5 million unique user visits a day. Folks, that's huge. And people are spending an average of like 15 minutes a day on the site. It could be very addictive. Really what it is as you can kind of see here, it's an online collage for different topics that you're interested in, or let's just say that your audience would be interested in. And then basically what you're doing is you're adding images and videos to your boards, and what you see here are all separate boards that I've created and started. So you're adding images and videos to those boards by pinning them, and it's the equivalent of like using glue sticks on an old school vision board, but it's faster, it's slicker, and it's considerably cooler. So let's let me show you exactly how this is going to work. And oh, by the way, if you don't think that this really can have any kind of impact at all, here was the one statistic that really I think got me to say and to take this seriously, and to say, hey, this is something that I absolutely have to have for my business. I absolutely have to include, and I have to teach others about it. But get this. In January 2012, Pinterest drove greater traffic. It drove a greater amount of traffic to websites than LinkedIn, Google+, Reddit, and YouTube combined. Combined, folks. This network is a serious player and is making a significant difference in driving traffic. Okay, and think about it, driving traffic to your website, to your blog, to your fan page on Facebook. This is what this can do for you. So like I said, this is going to be video 1 of 3 videos. I'm going to kind of go through, this is kind of the beginner, if you will, the beginner video. So one of the first things to understand about Pinterest is that you have to ask to get invited. You can go to Pinterest.com and you can request an invitation, and they'll send you an invitation, within a day, usually sooner, but within a day. Then you set up your account. So basically what you're going to do is set up your initial account, and it's just like setting up, say, a Facebook account or Twitter account. It's not too much different. You're going to set up an account. You can upload a picture. You can see here's my profile information here. The one thing that you want to do, right, I'm talking to you about doing this to enhance your online business presence, okay? So one of the first things you want to do is you want to feature your business name on your profile. Okay, you want to feature your business name on your profile, and basically, if you look at my Pinterest address, and a lot of you have seen my Pinterest address, it's Small Biz Social. So I have a business name on there, even though it's my name, because this is here's me. But on my profile, and this is the other thing that you're going to want to do. Now, if you've already set your Pinterest account up, you can change your username. You could edit your username, so you can change it. And as long as your business name is available, whatever your business name is, as long as your business name is available, you can get that for your Pinterest.com. So you're going to end up with a Pinterest.com / whatever your business name is, okay? But like I said, if you've already set up your Pinterest account, you can go into your profile area and you can change that. The next thing you want to do is make sure you do a paragraph on who you are and what you're interested in and what you're looking for in this About section, right? What you can do. I mean, this is no different than setting up your About section on from what you've done on Facebook. Same kind of thing. You want to do that kind of write-up. And then down here at the bottom of the profile here, you can see that there's logos, website logo, Twitter, connection. So I've tied it to my Twitter account. I've tied it to my Facebook account, right? So again, you're going to want to add all that information on your profile. Make sure that you connect it with your Facebook account. If you have a Twitter account, make sure you connect it with that, okay? Because you're going to be doing a lot of cross-posting. This is the beauty of Pinterest and what it can do for you. It will allow you to cross-post between Twitter and Facebook. It creates more visibility for you. It drives more traffic for you. It absolutely will help you expand your business. Okay, so connect it with those accounts. And again, when you're in your profile section, you'll see as you're setting it up, it will walk you through how to set that up and make sure that that's all connected. And then, what I recommend for your website URL, of course, you can put, if you've got, your company website, you can connect that. Or you could put your Facebook fan page website, because when you connect your Facebook account to it, it's going to connect your main personal profile, not your fan page. So under the website, you can put your fan page URL, your fan page address, and you can use that. If you want to drive people to Facebook, that would be a good way to do it. Just under here, under your this icon here, it could send people straight to your fan page. Okay, so you can do that. Now, let's talk about the process of pinning. You want to, every time you put an image or a video on one of these boards, it's called a pin. Okay, it's like I said before, it's like the taking the glue stick and then putting up a something you've just cut out of a magazine up on a board, right? Those of you that have done vision boards, you've done that over and over again. That's called pinning, right? You want to pin lots of stuff. You want to do it steadily, not in huge bursts. I mean, you may have this initial burst when you first set it up like I did, but you want to be consistent with what you're pinning, okay? You want to be consistent to maximize your exposure and the engagement, because what begins to happen is you start pinning, people start to repin. They repin it. It's, again, I'm going to compare it to Facebook for a minute. It's like people reposting your content. It happens a lot here. When they repin it, though, basically your information goes with it, just like if somebody reposted info that you've posted on Facebook. It's the same kind of thing, okay? Let me show you how a pin works when you're pinning something, okay? So basically, you come up here to the top of your Pinterest page, and you click on Add, and then it's going to, basically, you're going to have three choices to add once that comes up here. You can add a pin, upload a pin, or create a board. And creating a board is the first thing you're going to do, because you have to have boards before you can have pins. But let me show you the pin process first. Okay, so adding a pin. So basically, to add a pin, you can either upload a photograph from your desktop, okay, from anywhere on your computer, or you can add a pin by just putting in a website address. So let's go ahead and do that. I've got a website here that I want to add from. Let me go over to there. I want to bring this image in. There's a poison in the tap water. So basically, all you have to do is highlight the website that this image is sitting on. Okay. come back over to add a pin, paste that on there, and then click on Find Images. And the cool thing about it is it basically is going to find whatever image, all the images that are on that particular page, okay? And what you have to do is kind of scroll through to get to the image that you want to have, right? Which is what I'm going to be looking for. Oh, there it is. So there's the image. Then it's going to ask you what, what board do you want to put it on? Which one of your boards do you want to put it on? Let me get into my boards. I want to put it on What's in Your Water, in my What's in Your Water board, okay? So there's poison in the tap water. And basically then what you want to be able to do is you can write up to a 500 character description of what this is all about, okay? 500 characters. So you can say something like, do you know how harmful some of what's in your water really is, okay? So once you have that, then you can hit the Pin It button. At the same time, if you have this connected to your Twitter account and you want this to be sent out through Twitter and it does it automatically, which is very cool, you can check off Twitter, then click Pin It, and lo and behold. Okay, so what happens is that then it basically brings you to the pin. Okay, this is the pin page. So you can see that there's the image, right? It's actually sitting on my What's in My Water board now, which is right here. Okay, I have another image up there as well. So there's a couple of things that you can do with it. First thing is, this has now gone out to everybody in the Pinterest network, okay? Everybody in the Pinterest network knows that I just posted this, and there'll be people that will repost this. I can add a comment to it at any time, okay? I can, now, the other thing too is the minute I did this, because I have the Pinterest, the Pinterest application on my personal profile page, it just updated my personal profile page with this information as well on Facebook. So automatically it added it to that information on Facebook. Now, one of the things that I can do, and what I want you to understand is, remember how I got this image. I got it from that website, right? I got it from the website. There's that has a write-up about this. If I click on this image right now, it'll take me back to that website. Or if I wanted to take somebody elsewhere, I can click the edit button. And I could change the link on that image. And what would I change the link to? Well, how about my Facebook fan page? How about one of my websites? I could send them anywhere on this once I edit the pin. So if I wanted them to go to, my fan page, I can just put my fan page address right in there and take them directly to my fan page. There's so much you can do with this. That's the cool thing about it. And we're going to get into that in future videos on really what the real power of this is. But I just want to kind of go through the basics with you now. So this is saved. This is in there. I'm going to go back to my main site. So that's a pin. That's going to any outside website, going to that website and pulling an image from that site by just simply putting in that website's address into the Pin It application, and then saying, what board do you want to put this on? Okay. And if you want to do a new board, it's just as simple as adding, right? When I brought up that add, it said new board. You just select new board, and then you just have to just call it whatever you want. You can see that I have a total of 10 boards right now. Okay, inspirations, social media training, music you gotta love, how to. I've got what's in your water. I've got cool videos, travel bucket list, gratitude board, books worth reading. There's so many different things that you can do, both personal and from a business perspective. And I encourage you, just as I encourage you in building out on Facebook, it is all about creating a business voice and a personal voice and kind of the balance between the two. And this allows you to do exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing, okay? So again, you want to pin lots of stuff. You want to pin content steadily, right? And not in huge bursts. When you set it up initially, there's going to be kind of a burst of activity. But then daily, you want to come in and you want to do it on a consistent basis, which will maximize your exposure and your engagement. Because again, the more you do this, the more people will see it, the more people will repin it or they'll like it. They could like this just like they do anything that you do on Facebook. They could make comments on it just like anything that you do on Facebook. And remember, you're cross-posting. It's creating visibility on Facebook for you as well at the same time. So that's the other cool thing here, right? When you build your boards, come up with creative and interesting board names, you know. They get shared whenever you pin something. So you want to make them enticing, right? But be creative, right? Keep your board name short. Like I've got What's in Your Water, right? My Inspirations, Social Media Training, Music You Gotta Love, right? How To, right? Where I've uploaded some how-to videos. But keep it creative. Keep it short. There's not a lot of room for long descriptive titles, and you don't want that anyway. You just want it short. It's really short and sweet. The other thing that you want to do is you want to comment on other people's pins. Just again, this is, again, very, very similar to what you're doing in Facebook. Very similar. You're liking other people's pins. You're commenting on other people's pins, right? And I'll tell you, this really hasn't caught on yet, and you'll absolutely start to engage with other people. Right? And again, just like with Facebook, you're going to have people that this is actually more similar to Twitter, where people are following you and you're following people, okay? But again, it's like having friends on Facebook, very similar type thing. And one of the things that you're going to have the opportunity to do, and let me get back over here to see where it says invite friends, find friends, right? You can go into that, and this will all be part of your startup when you're first setting your account up. It'll pull from Facebook for you. You can invite everyone. It's going to tell you all of the friends that you already have from Facebook on Pinterest, and I just clicked follow all. And then anybody else that you've got, you can go ahead and invite those people, right? Your entire friend list from Facebook you can invite. And that's something that you want to do too. Then, of course, you can always invite people just by sending them an invitation, right? There's an invitation, invite friends to Pinterest. You can just put their email address in. You can do 4 at a time. Just send a little personal note. You want to start doing that as well. And again, it's anybody that you're having interactions with on Facebook. You want to say, hey, I found this really cool new social media network. Ties in with what you're doing on Facebook, and I'd love to invite you. And that invitation then comes from you personally. So that's very, very cool. So you definitely want to be able to really kind of spread the word and get other people involved. But commenting on other people's pins. So what you can do is, if you click on the Pinterest logo here, that'll take you into the main Pinterest site. And it will basically show you everything that's kind of going on. You can take a look at everything that's happening within your Pinterest circle, meaning everybody that you're following. You can take a look at videos. You could take a look at everything. And when it's everything, it's all the different subject matter. So you can sort by subject matter. Okay. You can go to the most popular, and then you could just start making comments. Because remember, anything that's posted in here, you can make a comment on, right? You can make a comment on. Okay, all you have to do to make a comment on somebody else's pin is just simply, you see, when I put my cursor over it, I could repin it, I can like it, I can make a comment on it. That simple. So you could just go through and make comments, repin. I do that, I've done that the past couple of days where I've gone in and repinned images because I like them so much and they fit some of the boards that I'm doing. And you can make a comment, right? You can make a comment. So again, that's just kind of part of the activity level of being able to increase your visibility and tying, this is taking your social media activity to the next level. This really is now expanding your social media world and opening up your social media world. So it's very, very exciting, okay? Very exciting what you can do with this at this point, okay? So commenting, liking, repinning, right? All very, very powerful things that you could do with other people's content. You want to do your own content. You want to do a couple of 2-3 new things every day, but at the same time, you want to go in, find things that you can relate to, make comments on it, click the like button, repin it, and when you repin it, you're basically going to be repinning it to one of your boards. So again, if you're looking at something that fits one of the boards that you've built, then by all means, absolutely repin it. The other thing that you can do is you can tag somebody, just like you can in Facebook. You can tag somebody when you're doing a pin. Okay, when you're doing a pin in your description. Okay, you can do that. You can do it in a comment, right? For instance, let me show you. Let me go to the one that I just did. I'm gonna write a comment, my own pin down here. And I'm going to put the @ sign, again, just like you would do in Facebook to tag somebody in a comment. And I'm going to put Angela. See, and it brings up, there's Angela. Okay. So, thought you would find this interesting. Now, Angela gets an immediate notification, and it shows up in her Pinterest area as well. So I can hit that comment, and there you go. So I've just tagged Angela. So it's the same kind of thing that you do on your Facebook posts, or can do on your Facebook posts. Again, this is the type of thing that is absolutely underutilized right now. Pinterest, this really is the ground floor. This would be like getting in on the ground floor of Facebook. That's how exciting this is at this point. And again, I want to emphasize Pinterest is another social media tool. We basically have introduced Facebook to everybody. Facebook is still by far and away the most important networking social media site on the planet, no question about it. But Pinterest is growing by leaps and bounds, and I think it's very, very valuable to know it, understand it, and work it into your social media marketing mix. No question about it. Okay? Now, let's talk about pinning again. One of the things that you want to be able to do is you want to pin from different sources. Okay? When you're pinning, you could basically pin from any website on the planet, pretty much, except for Facebook. Okay, interestingly enough, Facebook for some reason doesn't allow its images to be pinned. Okay, go figure, right? But you could pin just about from any website, right? So you want to kind of mix it up, different sources. You could pin from your business website. You could pin from, any number of sources you can pin from, or you can upload your pins, right? If it's just images that you have on your computer, you can upload those as well, and I'll show you how that works. So let me add a pin. Let me upload a pin. I just have to choose a file. Okay, so I've gone into my image file, and I'm going to pick a image here that I want to go ahead and upload. So I'm going to double click on that, and that's going to bring it in here, and basically it's going to show the image right here. I want to put it in my What's in My Water on my What's in My Water board, and I'm going to write the best water on the planet! Exclamation point. Best water on the planet. Okay, and I'm going to pin it. In this case, I'm not going to necessarily send out a tweet, but I am going to pin it, and that'll bring that image in. Now, here's where it's really important. and I have the opportunity to edit, because right now this isn't tied to any website. This is basically just an image file that I pulled off my, off of my computer, okay, that I've already had a file, already in a file. So I want to edit this, and what I want to do is I want to bring it to one of my fan pages, okay. So let me, my fan page URL, paste it in there, save the pin, and let me show you something very, very cool. So now this pin is put out there. Board. Here's that new image that I just uploaded, okay. If I click on that, it'll bring that image up here. It'll bring the board up here. If I click on this image, okay, so there it is, and I can see best water on the planet. That's interesting. Now, if I've seen this, I can like it, I can tweet it, I can embed this on another page, I can email it over to somebody, right? I could repin it. But if I click on this image, okay, and that's one of the things that I want to do. First I'm going to edit this because I want to show you what you really should be doing here, okay? Best water on the planet. Well, how about if I spell right? Click on the image above to get more info. Okay? So, let me save that. Now what happens when I have that little bit of, because a lot of people don't know to click on an image for any particular, reason. So now that I've got that there, let me go ahead and save that. Okay, so now check it out. Now that I've got that in there and somebody brings this up and they say best water on the planet, click on the image above to get more info. Okay, let me click on that image. What happens? Well, check it out. Guess what? It goes right to the fan page that I wanted it to go to. How cool is that, right? So again, it's a great way to drive traffic back to your fan page. I could have connected it to a blog page. I could have connected it to a website, whatever. But this gives you a great opportunity to be able to do that. So very powerful feature, being able to upload an image from your computer and then change the URL, the link, add a link to it to basically send people wherever you want to go. And it doesn't matter. You can do that on any image that you've got that you're bringing in. You can add your website link or your fan page link or your blog link to basically anything that you want to do. Now, the other thing you can pin other than images is you can pin videos. So any video that you want to bring in, you can pin. And the cool thing about videos is there's a lot less videos than there are images, a lot less. So videos really can stand out here in Pinterest. So you can bring in any video that you want and bring it into any board, right? I mean, I've got some videos in here. I've got, of course, under music, these are all videos that I've brought in. How to, these are videos. And again, I'm just bringing them in from YouTube. All you need basically is, instead of the the URL that you'd bring in normally for a pin and you'd pull an image off that web page, well, basically you're just getting the share link from YouTube for whatever video it is. Just the share link is all you're doing. You're putting that in. It's basically then letting you bring the video right into right into your board, whatever that is. And you can mix videos and images on a board. It doesn't have to be all videos. I've got a board called Cool Videos, right? Just for videos. But again, I've got videos in a number of different places here. So again, you can bring in videos. You definitely want to do that, because again, it mixes up the content, and that's really what you want to be able to do, is you want to mix up that content. Now, the other cool feature that Pinterest has is they've got something that you can add onto your browser bookmark bar, whatever browser you're using. And in my case, I've got Chrome. So basically, I can go to any website. I've got this little pin it on here. So all I have to do is just go to any website, and click on Pin It, and I can automatically pin whatever image or video, but whatever image from that website right on that website. I don't even have to come back here to Pinterest. I could just do it off of any website. So they make it super easy for you to be able to do pins, right, from any website. If you're browsing around and you see something, wow, I'd love to pin that on my, on one of my Pinterest boards, you can just, again, they'll show you how to add it. You can just click on Pin It, and boom, it's there. So that's another cool feature that you definitely want to have and use. Okay, so that's pretty much what I wanted to share as far as this first video training on Pinterest. I think you got the idea. So what you want to do now is you want to get your Pinterest account set up. If you already have it set up, you may want to make some of the adjustments that I suggested in the beginning of this video. I will be following this up with 2 more videos. I kind of call this my beginner Pinterest video. I'm going to do an intermediate one and a more advanced one over the course of the next couple of weeks. So get yourself on Pinterest, start working it like I've just showed you how to work it. This is really a cool key part of your social media mix, and it absolutely can make a difference for you. So go out there, get it, have fun with it, be smart with it, and we'll be talking a lot more about this in the coming weeks as part of our overall social media marketing mix.